On down. Something with Lynn. Let's see. Probably. I don't know. Maybe I did set her up, but I doubt it. No, I definitely gave her stuff. Okay. Okay. Gave her those too. Yep. Yeah, I already did all this. Oh, that's awesome. So it begins. What's up, champ? I see why. I got to see why you got champ. So when you show up, everybody can go, "What's up, champ?" I get it. Awesome. I gotta save anyway.
As you wish. Right. Watch out! Let's get started.
Far too dangerous.
I think violence is the solution.
All right, that's it.
Can't stay on too long tonight. I just got on really just for a little bit. Man, if I'd have remembered that like we were like literally right here, I might have just said nah. I don't know. We'll get through a floor or two. Maybe do these summoning sciences. But I just want to stop in and say, hey, really, because I said I'd be on tonight, and I'm like, well, I said I would. Got home really late, so there really wasn't much point in it. So I got to get up. Oh, actually, to get any decent sleep, I'd have to go to bed like right now. So yeah, I don't want to stay on too long. That wouldn't be wise.
On it. Let's get started. This should be easy enough. On it. Let's get started. Right. This should be easy enough.
Make up reserve us. It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me.
Let's get started.
Okay. I think I still have it written down how to do all these. That makes it easy. What's up with you? Corrupting your save files. Had it happen before. Trying to think of what causes that. I know trying to save while an autosave is going on, while it's autosaving, that'll do it. And once you've got one corrupt, it can, assuming you still play, it'll corrupt. Like it's like your save now has like a little cancer in it, and you can't really get rid of it. There's that. Probably ways to fix that on PC, but that doesn't really matter. Trying to think of what else. I know that's a major thing. I know, because when you look at, like, if you go to your actual memory itself, like to delete games or delete things, it'll show. At least I know it does on the 360. It'll show like a picture, and it should show like the Dragon Age 2 symbol. I think it has like just a 2, or it has like a little dragon. I forget what the symbol is, but it's a symbol for the game that goes on each individual save, and then the ones that are corrupt have like a little lightning bolt through them or something. They just, like, they're cracked or something. Anyway, I know what you're talking about. I've had it happen. Once it starts, I just kill the character. I just kill that character. If it's doing that with every character every time you start one, just right out the chute all the time, then delete everything and re-download it. Literally, sorry. That's just because it's just going to keep happening. You've got a bad install, possibly. If it's doing it all the time, if it's just doing it on like from autosaves, you probably saved over an autosave, and then reloaded that save at some point, and then it autosaved that save, and that save was corrupt. You get what I'm saying? Like, it took your current data, which was corrupt in there somewhere, because you had loaded it from a corrupted save. Which was loadable because it wasn't corrupt yet. It was corrupt, but the system didn't know that. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm just kind of guessing on how it works, but I mean, I've experienced it a few times over the years. I mean, you're going to experience shit eventually, right? That 90% is what I think probably caused it. But yeah, if it's if it's doing it with like brand new characters, like just going through the tutorial, and you go try to, like, say you die or something, you know, the ogre kills your party or whatever, so you go try to reload it and you can't. Like, now, okay, this is all corrupted saves, but there's two ways to see that you have a corrupted save. One is you actually, in your memory, looking at saves, and you can see the icon is actually corrupted. Two is when you try to reload and it says that some item is missing or something like that. It's very possible that's why I say not just your game, but you need to re-download all your DLC too. And I'd almost be willing to bet that you're working with at least one DLC. The cool thing about that is and this too. All right. Re-downloading, I mean, it just takes a few minutes, you know. It's not that big of a deal. Like, if you're using disk and the game's installed, then obviously uninstall it. Whatever. Don't try to start your game until all of your DLC is downloaded as well. In other words, if you're going to delete everything, install the game, then install the DLCs over the top of it, right? It's kind of like if you were using mods, it's kind of like a load order. Anything that those DLCs are going to replace, like an item in a chest or just anything. And if that item is supposed to be in that chest and it's not, and the game looks for it, guess what? Your save is corrupt, because the game can't load without all the assets that it's trying to load. That'll do it. I mean, that, you know, all games really work like that. You learn that when you're modding. In any way, shape, or form, that a bad load order, you'll get conflicts. And if there's a conflict, well, there you go. So you really, you know, you're on an Xbox and you're like, well, I'm not modding my Xbox. Yes, you are. Every time you install a DLC, you're modding your game. I mean, it's okay, it's from the publisher, but it's still a mod. It's adding items, changing items, giving you some new outfits. It's doing something, adding a new area, whatever. And anytime it overwrites something that's actually in your game, like puts a statue in Gamlen's house. You know, like for Legacy or what's the other one? Trespasser? No, not Trespasser. What the fuck? Legacy or Mark of the Assassin, I think. Anyway, so let's say those statues are supposed to be in there, so you can, and they're also in your mansion in Act 2 and so on and so forth, right? So you can access them anytime. Let's say the game went looking for that statue and that statue wasn't there. It just didn't install for some reason, right? You might walk up and the statue's not there, but the prompt to interact with it will be there. Okay, well, it's just missing a mesh, and that's probably not going to corrupt your saves or crash your game. But if the prompt is missing or something like that, and you go try to enter Gamlen's house, it's going to crash every time. Or if you enter Gamlen's house, you might be able to do something in there, but then as soon as you leave Gamlen's house, guess what it's going to do? Autosave. And you just auto-saved a corruption into your save. That save will carry forward into all your other saves. And it'll eventually sneak up and crash somewhere, maybe next time you go into Gamlen's house, or trying to go into one of the DLCs, or who knows. You know, games do weird shit, but yeah, if you got all the DLCs, yeah, just delete the game, then delete all the DLCs, reinstall the game by itself. Don't try to start it. Then download the DLCs on top of it. Then when you start the game, this is why I'm saying this. When you start the game will update. It will update itself if it needs one. And if it does that, it's going to update itself with all the DLCs installed. So whatever overwrites are there to correct these types of issues should go into place. And just be careful about trying to hard save while the saving icon. And remember, if you're playing on an Xbox One or Xbox Series X, sometimes when you load your game, the loading wheel spins forever. You cannot save while it's doing that. If you go somewhere and trigger an autosave, like going into a room or just passing a certain part on the map where it autosaves, it will try to autosave over itself, loading, which is like actually kind of reverse autosaving, and it will corrupt your save. And so that's an Xbox One, Xbox Series X issue, and it's specifically on Dragon Age 2. That's a thing. When you first load your character, don't load your character and get an immediate auto load when it's on the infinite load thing, because then you just need to delete that save completely and just go back to whatever one you had before that. That's a thing that it does too. So one of those things is the culprit. So that's the way I know to fix it. If that still doesn't work, then that doesn't make any sense, because it's not like that you can have a corrupt version of the game. Nobody picked your particular digital copy or your particular disc to pick on. You know, it doesn't work like that. It would have never played in the first place if it was like that. So if this is like something recent, you know, I've never done this shit before. Now I can't even fucking play. It's something. Yeah, and if it's doing it with a fresh character, then it's something wrong with the install. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that. Or it could be possible that you're running into that it auto-saving over itself without you even having to do it if you're not paying attention. So just be aware of that now. When you're playing Dragon Age 2 on Xbox One, when you first load a character from the main menu, when you get into the game, or sometimes if you say, no, I was going to say if you die and then have to reload, will it do that? No, it doesn't. No, it's really just when you first load the game, no matter where you're at in the game. And you need to look down by, it'll be on the bottom left. It'll show, you know, whatever characters are in your party or whatever, and you'll see the little spinning circle behind it, like the game's loading. The game's already loading. You can run around and play. But while it's doing that, any kind of auto-saving, and if you go to your save menu and try to save, you can't. Your save will actually be grayed out, because the game still thinks it's loading. I believe the problem there is that the Xbox, the Series X, and the Xbox One, I guess, Series X really has this problem more than anything else. It's too fast. It loads all the content before the game even acknowledges that it's loaded. And so it still thinks it's loading. It'll skip cutscenes too. You ever had that problem? Where you try to progress the cutscene because it freezes? Because like literally the next scene, it's basically already played and the game doesn't even know it, even though you haven't even seen it yet, right? And it just gets stuck because it has to play the next scene. It can't naturally go from 1 to 3. It's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's 1 and it's already on 3 or 4, shit, you press proceed and you're at the end of a cutscene and you've missed the entire conversation. Probably up to your next prompt to say something. It'll do that. Or sometimes it won't let you progress at all because it has nowhere. It's literally already played the entire cutscene, but you're trying to proceed in the cutscene and it's looking for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and it can't find any of them because essentially it was so fucking fast that it basically played them all, I think, or something like that. At least that's how it acts. Anyway, so just little things. I don't think they're that big of a deal. Once you kind of expect them and you run it, it's not like you run into them every 5 minutes. You know, if you got like an 8-hour session where you're just playing the shit out of it, something will happen here, maybe twice or something. You know, you stop and you come back and it's like, why is my game still loading? Literally, go to your main menu, go to load, and reload the exact same save that you're loading, and it'll load itself. Then the next time you save, your save will be fine. But if it's doing that spinning thing, I'm telling you, your next autosave will corrupt that save, and probably every save after that. It will happen. Like, it's not even a maybe thing. Anyway, all right, well, you get it. That's all I could really think of. If none of that helps, then I have zero fucking idea. I was at work tonight 2 to 3 hours longer than I thought I would be, which is cool because I hadn't made shit all night long. Man, driving my ass off for absolutely nothing. So like on a busy night, my mileage is around 100 to 120, somewhere in there on a decent busy night. Tonight I was trying to check out and my mileage was like 50. And I'd still been driving my ass off considering the number of orders I had. This just shows you how just bad it was. So I'm like, well, this sucks. We had a problem checking out because there was a cash order that it like couldn't process. So it basically said that the drawer owed me money, which it can't do because it should never be negative. So it like couldn't go through. It was a problem with. Well, forget all the technicalities. Anyway, it was just an issue with the balance thing, and the computer didn't know what to do. So I couldn't even clock out. I couldn't even quit. So we're sitting here trying to mess with it. So we spent like half an hour on that, right? And I'm like, well, at least I'm getting paid for this, I guess. You know, this is annoying. But it was basically making it to where I not only couldn't clock out, but I couldn't get paid for any of my driving. So that's not acceptable. Because who knows when you will get it. Tomorrow, next week, maybe we'll just conveniently forget about it. Yeah, screw that. I already barely made anything. I at least want, I don't want to have come to work for nothing, obviously. It's not why you go to work. So about the time we're finally like, okay, well, screw it. I guess we'll deal with it tomorrow. Nothing we can do about it now. A cash delivery comes in, which would mean that as soon as I deliver it, I owe the money that I need to collect for the delivery. If they want to tip me on top of that, that's cool. But if it's like a $42 order, I got to go collect $42. Anything else is mine. So, I've got to bring $42 back. Well, it was a stupid like $2.80 thing that the door said it owed me. And I was like, okay, I honestly really just tell them to squash it and just let me get out of there. But it wouldn't even let me clock out. So, because that shit has to be square before you do anything else. Anyway, so I go on this delivery and go get plenty of money to cover it. So now the drawer thinks I owe it like $39 or something like that, right? Okay, cool. Well, about the time I come back, there's this other delivery up. Odd, because Sunday night, anything like around 11 or past 11 is really pretty unusual. It happens, but it's, usually you're not even there at that point. They just pass it off to DoorDash to go handle it for you. Anyway, so I see it and I recognize the name on it. It was a friend of mine, and I'm like, oh. And they had their address, like, literally outside of our delivery area, and I'm like, I at least get some miles for it. They'll probably give me a few bucks because, they know what it is. They work for tips, too. So I was like, all right, well, go ahead and let me take this. At least let me get some miles on here. You know, let me get an extra half hour on the clock or something. Just something. Because tonight it sucks. So they're like, all right. So I take it, and it's actually a little farther than I remember. But it was a ways away, and I come back. Dude, my mileage on just those last 2 deliveries went from 56 to 56 to 94. So it was almost 40 miles. Like almost half a night's worth of driving almost in 2 deliveries. That's how far away they were. So I mean, like, it was, and they both gave me a little something. So I was like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that made the day good, but it made it suck less, I guess you put it that way. Yeah, by that point, man, it's almost midnight. I'm, my boss, she's like gonna Uber home, and I'm like, fuck, and her house is on the way to my, then I pick her up on the way to work when we're starting at the same time. Why pay for Uber? I just grab you, whatever. It's not a big deal. So I'm like, fuck, I'll just wait around like 20 more minutes and just give you a ride if you want one. And she's like, yeah, that'd be cool. Save her the money and the hassle. And so, yeah, wound up there till shit just after midnight. By the time I finally got home and situated, yeah, it was damn near 1 o'clock. Had planned on really being home like between 9 and 10, streaming for a couple hours, whatever. So, yeah, that kind of shot that in the ass, but still, I needed every run and every delivery I could get, really. Okay, piece 2 here, I think that's this one. This is a bunch of back and forth on this one.
Careful, these creatures look a mite upset. Right, as you wish. This should be easy enough. Let's get started. On it. Right, as you wish. Let's get started.
Stay still!
Oh, it's like a really, really long one. I delivered for a while, and I was like essentially their only driver for a while there. And then it kind of drove me into the ground too. Actually, drove me into the ground. Get it? And there was like during my shift, especially if I was there all day, like the wait staff would change shifts. Like they didn't have like a first, second, third, and fourth shift. But like some of the first shifters would leave early, some would stay a little later, some would come in a little later and then stay a little after that. Someone, it was like it overlapped to cover enough people on the busy hours and thin out the staff during the non-busy hours. Unless it stayed busy all day, and then pretty much everybody could stay. If they needed you, if it's a full house all day long, okay, cool. So anyway, so there was always somebody going home during the day, and pretty much there was a delivery up, whatever. If there wasn't a delivery up, the first thing I wanted to do was get the hell out of there before somebody made up some little job you needed to do for no fucking reason. So, that would happen all the time. And I mean, we were literally delivering on an island, so there really wasn't anybody there that didn't live within 10 or 15 blocks at the most, right? And usually you had something to do. You had to go get something from, the hardware store. You had to go get something from, a restaurant supply place, just some bullshit, just something. There's always little errands, or somebody just wanted you to go get lunch for half the crew, right? Hey, good morning. What's up, Jim? Or something like that. So they'd send you as a gopher for that, and you go pick up just this whole friggin' laundry basket full of food, and bring that shit back and stuff. And they'd always pay you a little bit for gas. Here's for your time, and you'll get something for yourself. And it was a pretty nice restaurant. So the wait staff, they were not struggling. It wasn't uncommon to have, a what do you call it? a tip. Oh, there's another word for it. Anyway, wouldn't be uncommon for a tip to be sometimes in the several $100s. And sometimes you'd have huge tables and they're like 18, 20 people. You know, they'd hustle to get all these tables put together, and people start getting really loud. They're running up, $1,500 bar tabs on top of their food and this and that and everything else, and then wind up tipping 30% on that or something. Now it'd be 2 or 3 waiters or waitresses working that table, sometimes even 4 if it was enough people. But it was, they got paid. Okay, so font. All right, tone. God damn it. There's one over here. Anyway, good morning, man.
Mm-hmm. Directly.
That wasn't cool.
I'll try to be merciful. I need healing.
Fuck. God damn, his AoEs are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. He's not throwing fireballs, he's throwing firestorms.
Immediately.
That bitch wrecked us. I don't think, damn, I mean, really did wreck us. I don't think, Mana Clash works on those guys. Guess we could pretty much put this on, too. Eventually replace that. We'll just have a few AoEs on the combat wheel, and then the shit that we use 90% of the time on the regular wheel. That should do it. Should be all right. Oh.
Yes.
Sorry. I'll be right back. I don't know what more of these. Nice. Yeah, you can pick this guy's pocket. He gives you a note that's supposed to foreshadow future Dragon Age events. Almost none of it makes any sense. Like, even in hindsight, doesn't make
This is
any
rather
sense.
awkward, what? I'm not supposed to be here. Not right at all.
There it is. I can show you the note. Let's see. It's not quest related. I don't think it is. No. Notes? Maybe notes. Yeah, there it is. So, Ferelden to our Legion phrasebook must not offend the potential landlords. That could very easily be talking about Inquisition, and you could be Offspring in the Fade, Terrible Twos indeed. Offspring in the Fade, maybe Dragon Age 2, The Twins, vague. Forcefall, Truth and Legend, The Search for Arlathon. Now that's definitely yeah, Survivor's Poppycock, although you actually do find survivors, and that's where you find the pool, which leads to the end of the game in Inquisition. So that's, I mean, it's potentially all of this is talking about Inquisition. Your origin of thieves, knowing more than everyone else without looking like a jackass. I don't really stage play. It doesn't. Even if it did make sense, it wouldn't tell you anything or be of any importance. I guess just a little dropped piece of humor on the part of the developers, but something only they really know. Like, they're the only ones that know the joke, in other words. Anyway, I don't know. Dude, the buffs just get so ridiculous that you can't even see your character anymore. I love that.
Owain's room is near here. I hope he's all right.
Please refrain from going into the stockroom. It is a mess, and I've not been able to get it into a state fit to be seen. Yes, it is I, Owain. You remember? I was trying to tidy up, but there was little I could do. I tried to leave when things got quiet. That was when I encountered the barrier. Finding no other way out, I returned to work.
Owain, you should have said something. I would have opened the door for you.
The stockroom is familiar. I prefer to be here. I would prefer not to die. I would prefer it if the tower returned to the way it was. Perhaps Niall will succeed and save us all. I do not know. But he came here with several others and took the litany of Adralla.
But that protects from mind domination. Is blood magic at work here?
Okay, she can't be that stupid.
Niall was in the meeting. He would know. Blood magic.
What made you afraid of that? Oh, the sudden eruption of demons and slaughter in the tower? Is that what maybe gave you a clue? Come on, man.
We should find Niall. The litany will give us a fighting chance against any blood mages we encounter.
I wish you luck. Perhaps this will be over soon and things will return to the way they were. Goodbye.
What are we doing? Have you come to quiet, both of you? Keep your eyes open.
We are not alone. Really not alone.
Please, please don't kill me.
Yes! Yes! The people you killed didn't want to die either. Everyone you sacrificed to get more powerful blood magic. They gave you those same whimpering eyes. And you just want to exploit other people's having a conscience because you don't have one. Sound familiar? Let me come and take advantage of you because I know you'll let me. While I murder you because I don't care about being good or evil. Being a blood mage, I think the best thing to say here is, make her show you mercy, blood mage, for you'll find none here.
No. No, please.
Let's get started.
And in case you didn't know, she's conveniently labeled blood mage. Conveniently labeled.
I finished.
Right, as you wish. This should be easy enough. On it. Let's get started. Let's get started.
Even after you kill them, the assholes blow up. Just to teach you a lesson.
What now?
Ready.
This should be easy enough. On it.
So far, we didn't know how to do it.
Let's get started. On it.
Watch out! Is that all you've got? No mercy! Only one shall stand!
I can see why.
It's done.
Okay, I think I need to set up my tactics. So that when I switch away from my character for a second, like, literally, like, this is the quickest way to rebuff. You just get your character, like, rebuffing yourself for you. Like this. Self. Any. Activate mode. Frost weapons. Self. Any. Activate mode. Spellmind. Self. Health. Below 90%. Usability. Regeneration. Heal in a pinch. Sure. Yeah, why not? That'll work.
Idle time is wasted time. Let's get on it.
Okay, so Blood Magic's one of those annoying fucking things that just turns off every time you're done fighting. Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
This should be easy enough. Right, on it.
Here comes the trouble!
This should be easy enough.
This guy.
Please don't hurt me. I'm no one. I'm not important. I just
I'm
don't
not
want to
important.
die.
I just.
Oh, Maker.
I'm not important.
Thank you. I suppose I can breathe easy now. Godwin, Mage of the Circle of Ferelden, at your service. There were demons everywhere, blocking my exit.
I decided that the best thing to do in that situation was to hide and be very, very quiet. I just really want to be somewhere safe. I think I might stay here for now. Maybe go back into my closet for a little while.
He is wearing the Tevinter robes, though. That does tell you something.
And go where? The Templars have locked the door.
How does he know
I'm
that?
just going to stay here and see what happens.
How does he know the Templars locked the door? Whatever.
Thank you again for saving me. May we meet again in happier, less life-threatening times.
Don't trust any of them.
There's nothing here.
There must be something left. If we get out, we're gonna need gold. Aldred said.
Warden says he's taken.
Aldred said.
As you wish. Let's get started. Strike. Quickly. On it. This should be easy enough.
Oh, this has gone well.
Of course. What's next?
On it. Right. Right. Let's get started.
Cannot! Dane!
Yeah, blood magic, just like in Dragon Age 2, just right out the chute, is really not sustainable. And if you put enough points in there to give yourself a shit ton of constitution, it's still really pointless because you're not really doing anything with it. Your spells are going to be a lot weaker. Just, I mean, the whole point is glass cannon. Like, that's really just how it's designed. Like any other class, get all that other stuff from gear. Find robes, amulets, whatever, that either, like, find something that makes blood magic a little cheaper, you know, health to mana cost, and then find something that gives you a shit ton of constitution. Like the Life Giver ring, I'm wearing that. Normally, 10 out of 10, give it to, or 99 out of 100, give it to Alistair. But in this case, I gotta wear that. And then there's a set of robes that gives you, like, I don't know, like 10 or 12 constitution or something. You can get them in Denerim. And so between that and Life Giver, that's like, I mean, you put them together and it's like somewhere like around 100 extra health points or something. It's something ridiculous. And you'd think, oh, well, that's more than enough. Not really. Not if you haven't put anything into Constitution. If you've just dumped everything into magic, your spells are going to be where they're at, where they're supposed to be, but you're going to struggle at times. You're really going to struggle at times. Healing effects received. I was kind of enjoying this extra money we're getting from having 2 of these on hand. Spell power is what you get from stacking magic. Like I think 2 points of magic equals 1 spell power. So, I guess having 2 spell power is like having 4 magic, but without any of the other benefits, right? Basically. Might even be more than 4. Might be like a 5 to 2 or something. I think that's what it is with like Dex with a rogue. I don't think it's exactly like a 2 to 1 thing. I think it's like 5 to 2, or maybe it's like 7 to 3. I don't remember which way it leans, but it's not exact. It goes into, like, percentiles. Let's see if we can kill this thing real quick. If you can do work with this, everybody's doing their job. Yeah. Yeah, that 588, that would not be 588 normally. I think between those two belts, I think we're getting double money. Like, literally double. I think each one of those belts, like, increase. I know the XP belt for reading codex, that's 50% more. It makes 50.75. Each codex is worth 50. Makes it 75, which is 50% more. So I think the money belts do the same thing. I guess technically if you gave everybody a money belt, you could get triple money. I don't know if that counts towards every single, like, drop, but it probably does, because I think all the drops are random, RNG based. Anyway, this isn't the worst idea, having these things.
This is annoying.
We must fight.
Move and parry, strike and kill.
I shall do so. Immediately.
Let's make this quick.
Right, on it.
Time for some fun.
As you wish.
And we go into that.
I tried to be merciful.
On it.
No quarter. Only one shall stand.
Guess I gotta come all the way in here to do this. Oh, I'll use these. I don't have
Let's get
I
started.
don't have wind using those.
Where now? This should be easy enough. As you wish.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
Go down!
As you say.
Victory shall be mine!
I guess that.
Here.
This should be easy enough.
Oh, that's really fucking. Wait, doesn't she have that one ability to resurrect?
On it.
There is your weakness!
Sorry, Liliana. Here's the thing: is I don't even think this Revenant had the shield, but they have that immunity to backstabs, immunity to criticals. So Liliana gets behind him. Like if you try that, oh look at that, that's 82. Dude, we're not getting almost a sovereign off this dude. Normally coming through here, 30 or 40 sounds pretty generous. So yeah, this has got to be like double money game. Hadn't really been paying attention up until now, but I'm like, these 2s and 3s are turning into like 5s and 6s. You know, that's pretty good stuff.
Your wish?
Idle time is wasted time. Let's get on it. Idle time is wasted time. Let's get on it.
Yeah, you want to set that back up.
This is Irving's office. I half expected to find him here, but I suppose that's too much to hope for. Ready.
Just like you wanted.
Alright, got through another floor. Okay, guys, no way, I can't even finish the tower, and I'm certainly not even gonna try to finish the fade, or I'll just not even bother going to sleep, and that would be stupid. Much as I'd like to.
What's next?
Just getting worse as we go up.
Things are getting worse as we go up. Why, yes. Actually, that is what's happening. Alright, guys. Yeah, sorry, it was almost an hour. I don't know. I really just wanted to stop in and just say hey and see who was up and around, and appreciate a bunch of y'all just jumping in just to say yo. I think maybe you'll find something to snack on, but I don't know. Probably just try to go to sleep. And wish me luck tomorrow. Got a stressful day. Morning, and then who knows what the afternoon brings, and then if I'll even be able to go to work tomorrow night. I don't even know what's going on tomorrow. I'll let you guys know as soon as I can. I don't see you guys tomorrow nights because I'm otherwise preoccupied, as they say. Either way, y'all take care, and I guess the week starts tomorrow, so everybody going back to work and stuff. Y'all have a good one, and if I don't see you, then, well, have a good one. If I do, then, well, have a good one anyway. Alright, guys, let me get out of here. Yeah, wish I could have started streaming earlier tonight. We'll make up for it at some point. Alright, good night, everybody. You guys take care.